I'm recording and you're recording.
Hi, Marty.
Hi! How are you, Cater?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh.
I'm so jealous of the snow you guys got. We're still in like bear tree territory. Like we're just entering
Yeah,
bear tree
exactly.
territory.
Yeah.
Like it's a little soon for snow for us, but I'm still like, ooh, a
Well,
winter cozy.
and it was literally overnight. Like, we knew that it was supposed to, like, rain or snow this weekend. And then I got up on Saturday and, like, I'm getting myself coffee and I just, like, look out the window and I cannot tell you how much I did a double take. Like, like as dramatic as you think, like a glance and then like a swing and look out the window could be. Like, that was
No, I
me.
love it.
And then I like ran through the house like, everybody, it's snowing.
Snowed. I do the same thing every single time it snows. I do have to announce it.
It's so nice. It makes me so happy. And then it snowed all day. So like we still have some snow on the ground. It was a really great first snow. And then we have all these trees and everything around us. And so our yard is just so pretty. And yeah, it made us all very happy. And then like all the leaves are still really golden. And so it's like just snow draped on golden leaves. It was so pretty.
Ugh,
I know. So nice. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm getting to the end of Logan's book. I'm like
Heyo.
just wrote the official breakup scene. They have a kind of mini breakup before, and then like it was like no for real now. And
Okay,
so that's
hold
really
it.
fun.
This is
Yeah,
okay. So is there the discovery that he's a werewolf and then they break up?
yeah, like
Oh shit.
so like he ghosts her, and then he like werewolf chase after her because she does some shit, and then like she's got him. I was like, I don't want to spoil her, but then like they have a conversation after all that, and the werewolf reveal has happened, and then he's like, so that's why we can't be together. And she's like, oh, okay. So
Oh my gosh.
now I have to dig myself out of that. And figure out where
Dude.
we're going.
Well, I'm excited to see what
Me
happens
too.
here.
Yeah.
Listener, last night I finished Remy and Alicia Can't Fall Again. And so
Yay!
yeah, there's just one
Oh,
more
I'm so
scene
excited.
I want to do a little bit more editing on to give it more of a high romance energy. Then it's done.
Oh my god, I'm so happy for you. Just like you've been like not chewing, but chomping for the finish line for
Oh my
like
God. Years?
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think it's been years.
Well, I mean,
Year?
but like, I was talking to Andrew and I'm like, it feels like I don't know what to do with this book not being directly on my lap, right? Because, like, even as I was writing Just Fake Married, I was like playing around with the story for Remy. So, like, that's 2022, right?
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And then in 2023, I actually wrote Remy and Alicia Can't Fall Again and then paused to write Accidentally Under Your Tree. But like Remy and Alicia were always right there in the back of my mind. And then now I've been working on this for like a, entire year. And yeah, I don't know what to do with them not being like constantly on my back a bit, like I'm like,
Yeah, no, it's a weird feeling
it's
to like
so weird.
dude, when I finished writing Handle with Claire, I remember feeling like, well now what? Like
Exactly.
I don't feel like I have another idea in like the loading bay, and like I kinda miss these guys.
Well, and like I am really excited to move on to Sadie and Jameson. But the problem there is like I still have to do the blurb and all of the marketing for Remy and Alicia, and it's gonna be a mad dash to, December 6th. And so there's like just quite a bit to do between now and the release date, and actually telling people that this book exists and that they should read it and get it. And so I can't give Sadie and Jameson all of my attention just yet. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Like, we were just talking about how the beginning of a book is just kind of more fun to write than an end. And
Yeah.
I feel that very deeply right now. I cannot wait to work on the beginning of something.
No, I love that feeling though. I think because there's such different like mindsets, and like we've talked about how you start so many more stories than you finish. So like it's easier to start a story because you kind of developed that muscle more.
Yes. Well, and like I have like a really solid opening for Sadie and Jameson. it is really funny how much like, okay, this is kind of just reusing some tropes here, but
So I do kind of want to hear you talk about, like, I know you kind of glossed over the publishing, like, side journey of what's next for Remy and Alicia, but I do want to hear about those plans.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so like for example, I've been working so much on my Be My Bad Guy release, and I did a bunch of social media posts, kind of put them in Post Planner, and they're all kind of being spaced out. Wrote all my email campaigns ahead of time, and then I was like, I'm gonna do a ArcBox campaign with this, and I actually got some good advice on that, or I hope it's good advice. We shall see. But
it sounds like good advice.
I have like a bunch of plans on that I want to, talk to you about, but I also want to like know where your thoughts are. Cause like earlier this year when I released Tales from the Orcasm, I did a little bit of an experiment with it, which was I'm not going to do any arc readers. I'm just throwing it out there. And I think that honestly was, even though I did it intentionally, I'm still like, that's a big mistake. Like I think I'm not going to do that for any other books.
Yeah, no, my plan for arc readers is instead of like asking, do you want an arc? It's like you are receiving this arc copy because you have arced for me before. If you are able to read it anytime in the next 6 months, that's deeply appreciated. If you aren't, please disregard this email. And so I have a decent list of people that have arced for me before. Like, I think I have like a 250 person list, or maybe it's only 150 people, but it's like decent. So if I don't go out searching for new arc readers right now, I'm fine with that. I put less pressure on release date under the understanding that like now this book is my new release until the next book comes out. And so it's like, I have not given this as much intention and thought as I would like, but time is what time is, right?
Yeah. No, and you've so also had a very full year with a bunch of other stuff. And like, I don't want to like, be like, you need to have a plan right now, but like.
Well, but like what I am planning on doing is reaching out to former arc readers. I know I'll get a couple people reading it that way. I'm going to reach out to people I've done swaps with, like newsletter swaps, and ask if I can be included in their newsletter over the next 6 months. Do social media posts and plan out like my newsletter promos and stuff like that for next year.
Yeah.
You and I had talked recently about how I was considering going back into KU and removing my books from Wide, and I'm not quite ready to commit to that yet. My thought process on it was that I would do that because sometimes I don't do promos consistently, rather often. I don't do promos because the step of getting Amazon to price match is just a step too far for me to have the executive function or the time to do it. I am giving myself grace for this year because so much did not go according to plan that like I'm gonna give me at least 6 months of actually like working toward following my promo plan and seeing if it fits well, and if it's like, okay, no, this is still a problem I'm dealing with, everything needs to go to KU for right now, and if that's the case, like that's the case. But
I do see the way that like it not being on KU is creating that price match snag, and it's this extra step that really gets in the way and halts the process.
Yeah, but like I do, like when I look at my sales, I sell quite a bit outside of Amazon, right? And so it's like, I don't want to not be a part of that. I am not a KU reader, so I really don't know a whole lot about KU as like a reader experience. There's just a couple things about it that like, I don't think I'm a perfect fit for KU. And so I'd like to see how I feel about how I proceed with the knowledge of like, if this doesn't work out in the next 6 months, I need to do something different. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like just giving room for like, I need to stay with this observation intentionally, because so much of like what I do is like I get an idea and then I just run. And so it's like, I want to see what happens when I actually focus, right?
When you commit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did I answer any of your questions there?
I think you're kind of getting there, yeah.
You're kind of getting there.
Yeah. No, I think you are.
We can't hold my brain too accountable to actually following a through line right now.
That's first of all, every time, oh my gosh, because like every time I'm like editing an episode now and I listen to myself talk, I like roll my eyes, like, this bitch again, she's gonna ADHD in the wrong direction, and then she does. Ugh.
I mean, but mood.
So like, don't take that from me.
was like a meaningful question you asked me. Oh, like, what am I going to do for promotion?
Well, so you said Remy and Alicia is coming out December 6th? Or did you say cover reveal December? Okay.
No.
It is currently November 11th.
Yeah, no, I know.
Such a short runway.
I know. But like, there's nothing like the pre-order is scheduled because I did that with such naivete that everything was going to work out.
1 year ago?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. God. A year ago, I set this pre-order up thinking like, of course. I mean, I have a draft and everything. I'm fine. And then
also like that's why I've been so hesitant about like. Because even though Sean's book is out, and like the thing to do is put the pre-order in the back of Sean's book for Logan's book, but I haven't done that because I'm like, I know I'm dragging my feet on Logan's book, and I didn't want like the pre-order only like goes so far ahead. Like you can't continually push it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can push it 2 weeks, I think, or a whole month. You can push it a whole month, and so I did that. But like now we're here and it just has to get done. And you know, I do have people that have pre-ordered it, and so it's like I don't want to not be reliable for those people.
Yeah.
When I can market this past its release, no problem. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do agree that like I'm opening more up to the idea of like marketing past the release and not putting like all the pressure on release date.
Yeah.
But I still think there is kind of like some value in creating a hype beforehand.
I agree, which is why I'm going to do it in the next 3 weeks, but
okay.
But that's all we got to work with.
Girl, you don't even have the cover yet because I haven't made it yet.
I know. But I'll have a blurb. And I'll have vibes.
God.
I love when I give you hives.
You're giving me hives, and it's like, I know I'm part of the problem.
I know I'm part of the problem.
Like, I'm sitting here like, could I put together some social media posts for her?
You're so sweet. You don't
But I gotta make the assets for it first.
It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Okay.
You're so annoyed with me right now. I can feel it.
I'm not annoyed. I'm just like, because I'm sitting here like on the thought of like, well, maybe it's worth it to push it a couple months. And then you're like, I got pre-orders. Like, oh, never mind then.
Yeah, nope. We're gonna do this, and it's gonna be just fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna do it. So I'll send out our greeters the way I just said, and we're gonna reach as many people as we can, and gonna reach out to some reader podcasts and see like, hey, what does it take to do some advertising with you, and kind of take a different approach to doing this than I've done in the past, and see if that moves the needle. But I mean, mostly we're just gonna be like, you know what, everything's cool, it's gonna be fine. And I'm not gonna do pre-order for anything else.
No.
Until I feel a lot more confident about timing.
Oh God, mood.
Yeah, it's okay. Everything's okay. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, and like, now gather, this is an area of life that I thrive, where I'm like, you know what? I could be stressed about this, or I could be like, I'm gonna make the best of it, because that's exactly what I effing do. I am fantastic with deadlines, usually. And I'm really good at knowing like what is within my control and what isn't, and making the best of it. And I tend to be an incredibly lucky person.
We're relying on luck now too.
You know what? We are.
All
she
right,
shows up for me all the time.
Put all your stats in. Like a very D&D approach to it. Like, all right,
yeah, exactly.
can I roll for charisma too?
No, but seriously. But yeah. You doing all right? Yeah. You doing all right over there?
I'm doing all right. Okay. I've got my plans, which are
well thought out and practiced.
No, I don't know that I would call them well thought out. I've put see my thing is I like you. I do have half a thought and then I commit to it, and then.
Well, when you were talking about how you were like, you know, writing your newsletters and like getting all this stuff around, I'm like, I'm so envious, like super jelly. But I gotta stay focused and just get this book done. Like, can't.
The book's done.
I mean, it is now. It is now. I mean,
now
it still needs to be edited.
I mean, that's Heather's problem now.
Heather, thank you.
Drop the kids off next week. See you then.
I know that, like, with my newsletter, I have shared, like, what the first chapter is. And then I ended up getting most of my pre-orders from sharing that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I do think that is valuable.
Because I still gotta, like, set up Logan's book and, like, all the pure bureaucratic shit. Not bureaucratic, admin tasks. In my Finch app, I call them, like one of my, you know, daily tasks is, I have 30 daily tasks. I do, like, 7 of them every day.
Mood. Yeah.
And, like, one of the tasks is actually just get out of bed. I, like...
Yeah, mine too.
I never deleted that one.
No, me either.
This makes me feel so good. I got something done.
Well, also, like, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to have to work quite so hard to get you to go on your little adventure. So.
Yeah, no, like, but, like, so one of the tasks that I made is just author admin duties, and it's, like, doing anything, like, emailing or setting up pre-orders or, like, that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
yeah.
So I've got, I'm really proud of, like, the social media campaign. I say campaign, but, like, it's just Instagram.
I mean, but, like, it's super cute. It is super, like, original, and I really like it too. Like, I think it's really clever what you've done there.
See, the thing is, though, like, I do copy and paste, like, so I keep, like, 50 slides in one Canva file, and then, like, I just copy and paste that file, and then I just redo the stuff in the new aesthetic, and then fill in, like, the blanks. A lot of the formats and the file, like, is exactly... You've seen this because you're on my Canva.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like you could do that for your books where you just keep all of the socials in one Canva file and then, like, you have that laid out in front of you. And then when it's time for a new book, you just copy and, like, add the new assets and, like, swap things out.
That's a really good idea. I'll have to look at what you...
It makes things really easy. But, like, if you do go back through all of my Instagram posts, you will see the way that some of them kind of repeat.
I just think that most people aren't auditing our social media that closely, right?
No,
so, like,
of course
why not?
No, 100%. Like, it's like, no one's looking this closely, so...
Yeah.
You know, this is a corner you can cut, and, like, a way to make it more efficient for yourself.
Well, and, it's figure out corners to cut or don't get this done. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do everything all of the time.
And that's,
which
like,
is
really...
torture.
That is the thing that going to Spellbound in the Valley kind of, like, really showed me.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ellie Eldridge and her friend Beck Steffrow. But so then I was hanging with them for a lot of the event, and then they sat down with Regine Abel at one point, and oh my gosh, like, Regine Abel, titan of her, like, of this industry of the romance genre, like, my God. And we're listening to her talk about, like, she mentions having imposter syndrome at some point, and then, like, 2 paragraphs later, she says something about employing 4 artists full-time, and I'm like, man! Oh.
Holy smokes, that's incredible.
Right? Like she's so, like, the way that she's talking about the work she delegates to other people, and, like, really opened my eyes to, like, you have to involve more people when you're scaling up. And, you know, I think, like, even at the beginning, like, it's so hard not having other people, like, doing these parts of the, like, you're doing all of the, wearing all of the hats.
Yeah, I agree. And, like, it's just, I feel like that's, like, a common theme that we go back to is, like, because you can't do everything all of the time, you have to pick and choose what you're doing. And it is just, like, it is human, right? Like,
it is human to look around and be like, I should be doing more.
Yeah, but then I was just recently listening to one of our conversations, because, you know, everything's happening in the past with our posting. I was talking about how, you know, I was watching this author who I was like, oh my God, look at them do everything. Like, that's incredible. And I'm like feeling so insecure about how I'm not doing all of those things, right? Yeah. And, like, feeling like I must not want it as bad as she does, right? But then
like, a year later, I think I remember this conversation.
Yeah, within 12 months of
she was taking a break.
Not a break. She's like, I will never write another book again in my life.
Oh my God, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like, she hardcore was like, absolutely no, this is horrible, I'm so tired, like, and so it's like, okay, like, not that I would ever want that for her, but, like, at the same rate, like, it did validate the fact that, like, I'm doing this at the pace I can do it without losing my mind.
Right? Like, God, constantly coming back to that, like, well, is this sustainable for me?
Exactly. And, like, that's kind of where I'm getting, like, the lack of pressure about this release is, like, Well, I mean, I couldn't release a book that wasn't done, and I couldn't get the book done at the pace it needed to get done while also doing a bunch of marketing. And so it's just like, this is okay. Everything's okay. And it kind of goes back to that other conversation we had about having a day job and how it takes pressure off of everything else, you know?
It does.
It is a blessing and a curse.
Oh, it eats up a lot of your time, but like it also provides a lot of security.
And a lot of like creative freedom.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
because you're not like really
I can take weird risks.
Idea. Yeah, you can take
exactly.
weird risks. You can explore things that maybe aren't like in the spotlight currently or on trend or whatever. Well, so okay, so the thing I wanted to tell you about like the art box, like also stop me if like it's annoying. I kind of
No. I want you to talk about this because for one thing I think it's really cool that you're doing it. And also because like I mean that's part of like why we actually post these conversations is like there might be something helpful for somebody here.
Yeah. Well, so I kind of was thinking about like how hard could it be to put this together? Like I looked up how much it would be to print the books. I think I was looking it up on 48-hour books. Print like 25 copies. That's the number I settled at. Like the thing is when you're getting things printed at most like printing places, the more you do, the lower rate per item. But like
you weren't going to do 5 copies because that wouldn't be cost effective.
No, not at all.
So overall, you are paying more on the ticket, but you're paying less per book.
Yes. And like, I think there is like a sweet spot of like how many to send out. Like you're not making thousands of these. You're making like a pretty limited run.
Mm-hmm.
Bex Defro, when I was talking to them at Spellbound in the Valley, it was like they suggested not sending out the physical arcs because this would be like this is an arc box. Not sending it out with the first round of arcs, but to send out the e-arcs, see who enjoys the book, and then hit those people up, like who posts about the book and who enjoys it, and hit them up and be like, hey, do you want a physical one now? Because that's a person who's shown you they will post about the book. They are hyping it up. You don't want these things that you've spent money on to go to people who are kind of meh about the book. And the point that I thought that they made that was probably the most insightful was that the box is full of like goodies that highlight like special things about the story, the characters, and someone who's getting that and they haven't read the book yet, they can't connect to any of the items that are coming in the box. Like I have a little newspaper clipping that I'm kind of put in there. That's gonna be super cute, but like people aren't gonna know that like the whole media like a
aspect of it,
element of the story is like there and are gonna be like, so what, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
They don't have any of the context for this stuff. So like an unboxing video at that stage is still kind of lackluster because it's, you know, oh, look at these things versus, oh my God, that scene that I loved is like in this art, you know? These two reactions are so different because of the context.
Well, I think that also like people like to be in on the inside joke, right?
Yes.
And so someone opening it and realizing like, oh my God, like I get this is like such a fun feeling and it really comes through and people then like seeing that content's like, I want to get it. Like I want to understand why this is so cool. And so I think that that's such a good point.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna follow their advice with the arcs, with the physical arcs. And I'm trying to keep it like definitely under 1,000. I'm gonna say maybe it's like for both the boxes that I got printed and the books that I'm going to get printed and some of the, like the art inserts is probably going to come close to 500, which isn't like a lot of money. Like it's still like a good chunk of change.
I mean, of course, you always want that money to come back to you, but like at the same rate, like if you're like, I only made half of it back, like it's not like you've sold your house for it.
Yeah.
It's still a manageable amount. I think that this is really clever and I could see it being really successful for you.
I hope it is. Like, I hope that that's the direction it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I feel like a little bit risky with this. Like, oh, this idea is like so dumb, but I've already committed to it.
Yeah. I don't think it's dumb though.
No. The ooze bottles, because like, so in the story, there's this element of the ooze, and it's like part of the mystery. And I was like, I could make some glow in the dark something, and then I was like, oh, but if I put it in a paint bottle, what if it leaks all over the book? And then I was like, you know what? I'll do slime. Slime is less likely to leak out of it. So then I found this glow-in-the-dark glue and these slime kits, and I'm going to make a bunch of slime and give it to people. This is like, I think this has the room to be dumb, I think.
know.
I hope it's gonna be cute.
I don't know. I think that it, like, you have certain ways that you can, like, make this, like, a physical thing that they can touch. And you found a way to do that, right? Like, that's really cool. It wouldn't be something that I would keep in my house because I freaking hate slime, but...
Oh, no, for me too. Like, Austin hates this idea because he hates touching slime.
Yeah, exactly. I freaking hate it. Well, and then, like,
he's
also...
like, am I doing any cleanup? Like,
Also, my kids are, you know, they're kids, and they're like, they love it until they touch it. And then now, I know. And then now it's on my table, and so now I have to clean it up. And every time I'm like, you love them so much. This is worth it because you love them. But every time, every time,
like, I hate touching it.
Oh, I hate it so much. And then every time, like, they're like, oh yeah, slime. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, do not tell them they're not going to enjoy this. Do not tell them they're not going to enjoy this because you don't know. And also they get to be children and try things that seem cool even when they're not.
I do think you could remind them that, like, hey, remember last time you didn't like the texture?
I have done that. Like, I will be like, oh yeah, and sometimes you don't like the texture of it. So, like, if you change your mind right away, that's okay. Right? Like, I will do that. But, like, they still want to do it. Like, they still want to play with the slime.
I mean, honestly, I think that's the better option than them loving it. Because then
you
have to deal with it so much more.
Oh my god. But at the same rate, like, if they loved it, I could be like, okay, now you put it in the container. Right? But, like, they're so disgusted by the way it feels that it's, like, they can't. It has to be me. Kate, there was something else we were going to talk about. We were talking about, like, endings and, like, the next plan.
New beginnings.
I think...
Endless cycle of it all.
Yeah.
Oh.
How much fun it is to start something new.
Yeah.
And, like, also, like, I'm still not able to. It's okay.
I think, like, you've got some ideas that are, like, on the on-ramp. I think you just gotta, like, take a breather. Accept the victory of, like, finishing this frickin' book that's,
true.
Been on your mind so long. Like, take the breather and celebrate it, and then move on. You don't have to, like, dive into the next thing immediately.
Well, I have been, like, writing by hand the next thing. And so I have, like, a decent start to it. And I have a decent, like, idea of, like, okay, so I started it this way, but I know I want to make these changes to it so it starts a little bit different. But I don't think it's, like, I have to completely wipe what I've already done. It's, like, adjusting what I've done. Because writing by hand is a completely different, like, feeling. But, like, that's how I've been...
the way that, like, your thoughts kind of, like, funnel out are very different.
Well, then also, like, I don't include all of the details because, like, writing by hand takes so much more time. And so it tends to be a bit more of, like, a overview of things.
Something that you're fleshing out later.
Yeah, exactly. Writing by hand, I had a thought. Oh, but, like, that's how I've been dealing with the fact that, like, I have a deadline coming up in March, right? Come March 1st, I have to have a book that's, like, ready to go. It can be no more than 30,000 words, so, like, I'm good. But it's for that, you know, collaboration world.
Yeah, I have been wondering, like, when that's going to come back up.
Yeah, we're working on it. And that's Sadie and Jameson's story. So I have some ideas and thoughts on it. I have, I don't know, probably like 3,000 words written of it so far, like maybe more.
Okay.
So we have something to work with here. I'm really looking forward to just getting to, like, focus on them. But yeah, so I have that started. The way I was balancing the pressure of that deadline coming up and also the deadline of Remy and Alicia being so present was when I was able to sit down and focus on writing, I would write Remy and Alicia. But if I was, like, you know, at a park with my kids and they're playing, I could write by hand Sadie and Jameson. Or if I'm waiting for them to come out of school, I'm, like, waiting for a doctor's appointment or something like that, that would be how I would make some headway on their story and not feel like I was, like, not accomplishing all the things I have to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I have to say it's been really successful. It has been a good technique.
Sounds very similar to, like, the way I have my dessert projects sometimes. Like, I have the thing that I'm working on, and then I have, like, the thing that, well, if I have a minute, I'll write in my notes app.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
If I have a thought, I'll put it down, but I'm not actively working on it.
That was kind of what got me thinking of, like, how can I make progress on both of these things? Because I was like, well, Kate gets to, right? And
that bitch.
That bitch. And so I decided to, and because I've tried my phone before, and I'm like, it doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, I need something completely different to work on. And so I was talking to Andrew about it, and he got me a bunch of these little field guides, like field notebooks. And I was like, because he was like, I think I have a plan that'll be perfect. And I'm like, awesome. Can it be pretty? And he's like, it might be able to be pretty. And so he got me a bunch of these like flowery like field notebooks that are just really great to have around. So
nice.
He's so cute. Kate, do we have more that we want to say on this subject that has covered everything?
The title of the show that is yet to be determined.
Yeah, exactly.
The sum of all these parts.
The subject that has been everything might be worthy.
I feel like that's kind of all I've got right now. Like the way I'm planning out this arc, this release is a little bit different than previous ones. Like I'm trying something new.
Yes, I feel like you have done such a good job of like you're being, I keep on saying intentional, but that's like what you're doing.
Well, like I felt so bad after like the release of Tales of the Orcasm, and I was like, I wish I'd done this so differently, but it's out now and I don't really want to like pull it and like try again.
Yeah,
you know?
mood.
So I was like, I'm just gonna focus all this like onto the next
into something
thing.
else. Yeah. I think that was a good move. I do the same thing where it's like, I mean, there's nothing to do but just learn from a situation, right? Like I just said, like, I will not be doing a pre-order in advance like this again. What sucks is like under stress, under the pressure of a release date, I am much more focused and my work ethic is better and I get stuff done. It is, unfortunately. I don't know if I'll be able to not do some form of like pre-order to get myself to focus really well, or because what I'd like to do is like, okay, the book is done and now I'm going to do a pre-order so that I can actually do a better job marketing and try things. You know what I mean? Like I would like to not be like, okay, I'm going to do what I can with the time I have in the future, right? Like I would like to be more planned.
I do wonder like what would have, if you would have made your internal like your deadlines, if the whole having to move, because moving is such a big thing, and you moved not just yourself and like your two kids, but like you moved your parent, your mom and your stepdad. Yeah,
and then like we're just now closing the loop on the old house, which we still have more to move out. And like we are closing on it, today is Tuesday, we're closing on it on Friday, and so like everything's, yes, absolutely,
has to be out by then.
Everything has a deadline, has to be out, but like now that we're like in it, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about that stupid little cupboard in the basement. And like, you know what I mean? Like there's more that I was like, oh shit. Like and so, you know, it just, everything takes so much time, and time's kind of hard to come by sometimes. And so
I think you had a bunch of like things that really took up a lot of your time this year. And
well, and then like my plan was to be releasing by May, maybe July, which would mean that the pre-order date being set all the way to November was like, whatever, I'll just move it forward and do this pre-order, like do a push for the release earlier in the year. Yeah. But like, you know, it just didn't work out that way. And I feel like I keep on saying that this year.
That's a good plan. And like, I do think maybe you should try that plan again when you don't have a move on the agenda.
Yeah.
You know, like a literal house move.
Well, but like my thing is like, I would like to be like, yeah, I'm not going to move house again next year. But like, this year had the unexpected life change. And then last year, my cousin died. And that did affect like my ability to work for a bit. So I don't know how much I can just rely on the fact that like every year is going to be a little bit different. And there's going to be a new challenge that I have to work with. And so it's like, what I'd like to do is wait until the book is done. And then like set the pre-order up for, you know, 3 months from now and push it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
I think that's a good plan. I feel like that's a very safe plan.
It's a very safe plan.
I know sitting on a finished book is a very weird feeling.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to it. That sounds so nice. You know, and then like just, you know, I don't know. I feel like I'm still figuring this thing out.
Same. God, same.
Kate, do you have a piece of writing advice?
You said the thing that like the name of it, closing loops, which is like when your brain has like too many tabs open, or like, you know, you walk around, you see something like on the kitchen table and you're like, well, I need to like do something with that, so I can't put it away yet, but like I need to, like the way things that like tasks kind of stack on each other, and the way that like when you have all of these open loops, it makes you feel so much more overwhelmed, and like it sounds so trite, but like the writing all of your open loops down so that you can like, you know, get them off of your mind.
Yeah.
And the closing as many as you can if they don't need to stay open.
Yeah, I have to say, like, getting things, like, actually completed, as opposed to, like, well, I got done with that stage of this. Like, actually getting it done and off your plate is really nice. But what you're saying is, like, catalog the thing that you have to do.
Yes.
To, like, not have it as a mental strain.
There's so many, like, little things that, like, I'll go downstairs and I'll see, like, a little spot on the floor, and I'll be like, I gotta get the thing out to do that, to clean that. But, like, and it's a thing, it's like, I don't want to do that right now, because, like, it's taking up time, but, like, then every time I walk past it, I think that, and it bugs me that I'm, like, spending this mental real estate on it.
Yeah,
and,
moods.
You know, like, what I'm doing is a lot of, like, get the little thing out of the way now.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm focused on right now is, like, owning my attention. Where I feel like there's definitely some patterns that I have that are, like, they're there because other people, how do I put this? They're there because, you know, social media is addicting. They're there because this little game is there to give me bursts of dopamine so that I stay with them and I'm not actually doing the thing that I want to be doing with my time right now. And so part of me is, like, not a full stop to, like, social media or the little game or anything like that, but it's knowing, like, I set this time aside to do this little thing, right? As opposed to I'm stuck in this spot because I am not being conscious of where my attention's going. So that's my piece of writing advice is, like, own your attention.
Attention real estate, like, thing, like, the thing, like, people, I'm seeing so many more people talking about, like, the way that the doom scrolling habits that we've developed and, like, where we're getting our dopamine and, like, the things like that. I think I'm hoping we see more, like, studies on it and, like, maybe techniques that come out of this that, you know, create healthier habits.
Heaven forbid some regulation. Like,
oh my god, yeah, no, it sounds like a class action lawsuit
yeah.
thing against TikTok recently for,
yeah,
you know, giving people depression and anxiety because of the algorithms. And I was like, you know what, I hope that goes well.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, the argument of, like, well, we aren't responsible for, you know, how you spend your time. Like, you are because you know exactly what you're doing. Like, you're feeding an addicted society an addiction. And
yeah, you're engineering the algorithm to make people spend all of their time here. And we need to, like the way that, like, remember, like, when cell phones, like, became really prevalent in our society, like, I want to say, like, early 2000s. Everyone was, like, really getting, like, it, even though they existed in, like, the 80s, like, they weren't nearly as, but as soon as they became, like, portable, as soon as, like, they got internet on them and, like, texting became a lot easier with, like, full-on keyboards instead of, like, the number pad.
The T9.
Like, all of these changes. Yes. Oh my god. Like, there were a lot of conversations at that time about, like, oh, are we getting, like, way too addicted to our phones? And, like, we all kind of rolled our eyes and, like, grew it off. But then, like, I think we're now really starting to see, like, some serious consequences of having the world at your fingertips like this.
Absolutely.
And the way that it's changing and isolating people, the way that, like, social media kind of, people have used it to propagandize one, but also just, like, fill their social needs and, like, not go out and actually make connections with real people. Yeah. You know, and we're seeing so many people turn to, like, ChatGPT because, like, they want a friend, but it's easier than having, like, a human friend where things are a little bit difficult maybe, or things are a little more awkward and you're, like,
or you might hear something you don't want to hear from them because they're holding you like accountable to some behavior you have. Yeah. But anyway, Kate, where can they find you?
Where can they find me? You can find me at kate-pryor.com. All my socials are at by Kate Pryor, and I have a book coming out soon that you should pre-order or join the ARC team or whatever. If you love the ARC book, then you might get the physical copy. Which you might get a physical copy with a bunch of little goodies. God,
the box is so pretty.
The box, like, I made the box. So I'm hand making a bunch of shit. I'm folding all these stupid origami stars. You're getting a bunch of, like, very handmade love in here.
I love that so much.
I'm literally thinking, like, I could spray edges. Literally, like, how crafty can I get?
I don't see why you couldn't.
Oh, so we'll see if I get that far.
All right. Listener, I am Marty V. You can find me at martyv.com. I will be more active on the socials very shortly here. So you can see what I end up doing there.
Yeah.
And then I'm Marty the author on the socials. And you can pre-order Remy and Alicia Can't Fall Again, which is
not already out by the time this episode airs.
Yeah, you could get that book instead. You could just get it.
Yeah, just go right to buying it. Go read it. It's out now.
And it has been a labor of love. I hope you love it as much as I do.
It's so good, guys. Like, this is genuinely some of Marty's sweetest, like, most adorable work. And the pining is, you do have to buckle in for the pining.
Put your seatbelt on.
There's no kissing until 40,000 words in.
42,000 words. 42!
I did see the edit because I put in like I think I put the title on that last episode 48,000 and you changed it to 47.
No, I didn't.
No, okay, maybe I just put it in wrong.
Maybe. But yeah, listener, thank you so much for being here, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye, listener. Bye.
Bye.
Are you doing your thing? Are you being weird?